Welcome to Measures and Volume. There are three things I'd like you to think about as you watch the video today. First, focus while you're watching the video. Second, think of two questions or thoughts as you watch. And third, remember you can watch the video as many times as you would like. So the first thing you see is a conversion of measurements, and we're focusing on weight on this first slide. So you'll remember that 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams, and also that 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So in these first questions, we're going to focus on kilograms and grams. You'll see two baskets. The first one weighs 3 kilograms, 450 grams, and the second one weighs 2 kilograms, 650 grams. So the first question you're asked is, what is the total weight of the two baskets? So in order to find the total weight of these two baskets, we are going to have to add them together. So let's start with the grams. So we are going to add 450 to 650. And you will see that we will get 1,100 grams. Okay? So 1,100 grams, well, we just remembered or refreshed our memories that 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. So we can take 1,000 of these grams and turn them into 1 kilogram, which will leave us with 100 grams. So now when we add together the kilograms, we know 3 plus 2 equals 5, plus this extra kilogram we just found will give us 6 kilograms, and then we had 100 grams left over. So our answer to the first question is 6 kilograms, 100 grams. Now, we have this a little bit. Now we're going to answer the second question. What is the difference in weight? So this time we need to subtract. So we're going to be subtracting 3 kilograms, 450 grams, minus 2 kilograms, 650 grams. Now, if we line it up like a subtraction problem, that might be a little bit easier for us, and we can see that we're going to start with the grams. You start with the smallest unit, just like you would with any other subtraction problem. And we see it's 450 minus 650. Well, we can't take away 650 from 450, so we're going to exchange. Let's exchange 1 kilogram. That will leave us with 2 kilograms. And if we have one moment. Okay, there we go. So we're exchanging 1 kilogram for grams. Well, we know that there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram, so we are actually adding 1,000 grams to the 450 we have. So now we have 1,450 grams, and we can subtract 650 from that, which will give us 800 grams. Now, 2 kilograms minus 2 kilograms leaves us with 0 kilograms. So the difference in weight here is 800 grams. Next, there we go. We're going to talk about converting weight, and this time we're talking about pounds and ounces. So as we reviewed, 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So if we have 9 pounds, in order to find the ounces, we can multiply 16 times 9. We know that 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14. So 9 pounds equals 144 ounces. Our next slide shows length, and at the top, there's a handy guide for you to remember how many centimeters are in meters, how many meters are in kilometers, etc. So our job is to find the missing numbers. Let's start with the first one. 4 feet equals how many inches? Well, we recall that in 1 foot there are 12 inches. So if we have 4 feet, there would be 12 inches in each foot, and that would equal 48 inches. If ever you're confused, a good way to remember this would be to draw a bar model. We can show the 4 feet with our bar model. It's not exactly perfect, but, and then we remember that there are 12 inches in each foot. And so that really shows you, gives you a good visual to remember it's 12 times 4. Now we have 9 meters equals how many centimeters? Well, if we have 100 centimeters in 1 meter, then 9 meters would give us 900 centimeters. Now we're going to be taking 8 feet and putting it into yards and feet. So if we have 8 feet and we have to figure out how many yards that is, we can do 8 divided by 3. And 8 divided by 3 gives us 2 yards, okay? And that would leave us with 2 feet left over. And then 3 kilometers equals how many meters? Well, if there's 1,000 kilometers in 1 meter, that equals 3,000. Our next slide is about capacity. We're going to be finding the missing numbers. 4 liters, 250 milliliters equals how many milliliters? Well, in 4 liters, in 1 liter, we have 1,000 milliliters. So in 4 liters, we would have 4,000 milliliters plus the 250 we already have. That would give us 4,250 milliliters. We have to figure out how many pints are in 3 quarts. Well, in 1 quart, we have 2 pints. So to do this, we would simply do 3 times 2, and that would give us 6. Now, in 1 gallon, we have 4 quarts, okay? In 1 quart, we have 2 pints. So in order to find 2 gallons, we're actually trying to figure out how many pints are in 2 gallons. Well, we know that in 1 gallon, there are 4 quarts. In each quart, there are 2 pints. So if we do 4 times 2, that will tell us that there are 8 pints in 1 gallon. So how many are there in 2 gallons? That's right, 16. Now we're going to talk about a few different units of time. 4 years and 5 months equals how many months? Well, in 4 years, in 1 year we know there are 12 months. So 12 times 4 is 48. Plus, those extra 5 months we already have are going to give us, we have 48 plus 5, and that's going to give us 53 months. 1 hour, 20 minutes equals how many minutes? Well, in 1 hour we have 60 minutes. Then plus the 20 minutes, that gives us 80 minutes. And in 8 days, there are how many hours? Well, we know there are 24 hours in 1 day. So in 8 days, we can multiply the 2, and we would get 192 hours. Now add or subtract in compound units. So we're adding compound units here. The first thing we're going to do is add the inches together, okay? Again, start with the smallest unit that you have. That's 19 inches, okay? Now we know how many inches are in a foot. There are 12 inches in a foot. So we actually can take 12 inches out of here and make 1 foot, right? And that would leave us with 7 inches. So when we go to add our feet over here, this gives us 36 feet. We made another foot down here, so we actually have 37 feet. And then how many inches were left? 7 inches. 37 feet and 7 inches. So that's a good way to add compound units. I hope you enjoyed this video on measures and volume. Post 2 questions or thoughts on Edmodo. Don't forget, if this was too quick for you or if there's something you need to go over again, you can watch it as many times as you would like.